So yeah, guys, I want to update you guys on something I saw that's happening to SF Investigates, the goat of finding missing people. You guys know we strongly support SF over here, but I came across something on his Twitter page yesterday, very concerning. Apparently, SF was involved in being a witness on looks like a grand jury, and he's out there in California working with a family. And look, people, they're trying to silence him. I don't know what he's uncovered out there, what he's exposed, what he's found, what he's been showing, or what this is, but this is absolutely an abuse of power and some stuff that I've never saw before, and I'm sure you haven't either. You know, because he was involved in this grand jury, they told him, he wasn't allowed to talk to the family that he's working for, which, which goes against everything that he does. And then these people they're trying to silence him, and they're handing him a handwritten notice to appear. I've never seen that before. You always get a court date, printed, it comes, certified mail, whatever. You guys know what it is. You never get one jotted down. This thing looks like somebody wrote it on a napkin, literally, right? And and another thing is, not only is it look like it's written on a napkin, this court date is not in the system. It's not in the court process. It's not in the hearings. It's almost like it's invisible, and they just want to silence him. We don't know what SF uncovered. We don't know what's been going out there in California, but what we do know is this is absolutely wrong. What we're about to read through and look at here momentarily, and it's dirty, and it's being done to one of the best people in the missing people world. SF Investigates. So I want to read through this, guys. It's very long, and you guys tell me if this looks normal. This is absolutely red flags, and I really hope he gets no flag or he hasn't get in any trouble for this. To my understanding, he did not go to this court date. I mean, why would you? It's not even in the system. But guys, this is very fishy. I'm going to let you have the whole story now. I hate to see bad things happen to good people. And this is just very unfortunate. And we want to give a shout out to SF. And you guys let me know if you've ever heard of anything like this in the comments. So like I said, guys, this is a very long post. Let's get through it. What's done in the dark will come to the light. Tomorrow morning, I have been ordered to appear in Los Angeles County Criminal Court for an order to show cause hearing for contempt. I was not served with a summons to appear in court. I was not given a complaint outlining the alleged contempt to respond to. There is no case number, and I do not appear anywhere on the court's public docket. I was handed a handwritten note from the deputy district attorney on a Friday and told to appear Tuesday morning. A punishment hearing in criminal court that is not even assigned a case number, seemingly because they do not want this to be public information. Love me or hate me, this should concern you. The fact that this is happening in our criminal court system is terrifying. That is why I'm going public before the hearing tomorrow, which I will not be attending, so that the public and press are aware of what's happening. Here is the backstory. Recently, I testified on 2 separate days as a witness before a grand jury. When I was served with a subpoena for the first day of testimony, 2 detectives came to my door about 6 a.m. and instructed me to immediately call the deputy district attorney. She told me that because I was now a grand jury witness, I was no longer able to speak about this case, and it would be illegal if I did. This put me in an impossible position. I have a client directly related to this case. If I cannot speak to my client, I'm violating my professional duty. This was an entire point of calling me as a grand jury witness. It was a strategy used to silence me. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has publicly spoken about a similar sentencing strategy being attempted against their office. Then I did my research on the law, spoke to lawyers, and found out I was being lied to. Here's the critical fact. In California, witnesses to a grand jury do not have a general obligation of secrecy. That obligation applies to the jurors and officers of the court. A witness is only bound to secrecy regarding anything they learn solely from the grand jury proceeding. It does not apply to anything they already know before testifying or anything learned outside the grand jury. I want to pause here because many people are going to search this online, and Google's AI is likely going to give them the wrong answer by claiming that witnesses must remain completely silent. If you click through the actual sources it cites, you'll see that the AI summary is incorrect. California law is silent on imposing total secrecy on witnesses. Instead, witnesses are routinely admonished that they may not disclose certain things, but those certain things only include what was learned from the grand jury proceeding itself, not independent knowledge or publicly known facts. In 1983, the California Attorney General issued a written opinion on this exact issue for legal clarification. It's very clear. I have attached screenshots of that opinion. I also want to be very clear about this. I've never disclosed my testimony, even though the law would have allowed me to discuss my own testimony. I never publicly disclosed that I was a witness before the grand jury, not once, not twice. Instead, the deputy district attorney abused the power of the grand jury process in an apparent attempt to silence me. I was told that I broke the law, and I was given a handwritten note telling me to appear in criminal court for contempt hearing. There is no summons. There's no case number. The matter does not appear on a public docket. There is no documentation outlining what I am accused of so that I can respond. I was also told that if I left town, I had to be back by Tuesday morning. I wrote a detailed letter to both the judge and deputy district attorney explaining my position. They have had that letter since Friday afternoon. I received no response. With a hearing just hours away and the threat of a contempt charge hanging over my head in what appears to be a secret off-the-books proceeding, I had no choice but to go public so the people and the press were aware of what was happening. This is the only way I can protect myself from what I believe to be an abuse of power. It is frightening that this is happening in the highest levels of our court system. There is power in transparency. I was left no choice. As you can see here, this is the weird handwritten piece of paper. This is what they give him to appear in court, people. This is out of control. This is absolutely weird. And then he's incited. Remember, he talked about Google AI and whatnot. He cited the case law and the true definition here. Very sad, people. Very unfortunate, man, that this happened to SF. Not cool. Never heard of this. This is uncalled for. It couldn't happen to a better person. Leave it. What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe to my clip channel at WhiteBoyRadio Clips, and in the description box is the link to be a member. Become a member if you can. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, stay smart. Peace.